Alright guys, I've had several send me a picture similar to this that was asking questions on weren't sure how to do this. So I know it's a star, but it looks a lot harder than it is. You've got to use what you know about triangles and what you know about angles. So one of the things that you need to notice is obviously what you got to look at what you're given and then what you need to know. So one thing is, we know that angle D, we know this one right here is 39 degrees. So that's done. We need to know other things about that triangle in order to solve for X. So what you know is that this angle right here is X. Well, if that angle's X, then so is this one, okay? Because those are vertical angles and they're equivalent or congruent. All right, so we have two of our angles of our triangle already. So we clearly need to know what this one is right here. So in order to do that, we should know by now that when we have these two angles put together to make that whole straight angle, that's going to be 180 degrees, okay? So in order to find what we're missing here, we're gonna say 180 minus 105. So when we subtract that, we see we have 75 degrees left. Okay, so we know that this angle right here is 75. So now we're looking just at, let me grab a highlighter real quick. We're only looking at this triangle right here. Okay, we can use that to solve for X because we know that the three angles inside a triangle total up to 180. So I can take each one of these angles that I see inside the triangle and use X plus 39 plus 75 and set that equal to 180. Right, so I'm setting up an equation to solve for X so that I'll see whatever's left. That's going to be my answer. All right, when I combine my like terms and add these two together, I get X plus 114 equals 180. And I know to solve this and get X by itself, I just need to subtract 114 and I get X equals 66. And that's my answer. So your answer would be 66 degrees. Now, let me go through that all the steps one more time, okay? The first thing I did was look at what I had. Again, you don't need this whole shape. Just because they have a big star here does not mean you need everything on this picture. So you look at what you're given. We already know this is 39 degrees, so we need to focus on how can we get all three angles inside this triangle. We looked and saw that this was X, so we know that this is equivalent or congruent because they're vertical angles, so this is also just X. We found 75 degrees by saying the 180 minus 105 because we know that this whole angle here that forms a straight angle is 180 degrees because they are supplementary. So we said 180 minus 105, that left us with 75 here. So once I got that, then I know what all three angles in this triangle are represented by. So once I do that, I know that together they're going to equal 180. So what I did was add X plus 39 plus 75 right here, set it equal to 180, and then I solved it just like a regular equation. I combined my like terms and my constants right here, and then it turned into a one-step equation by saying minus 14 minus 14, 114, excuse me, and then I got a final answer of 66. So that tells me that that angle right there, which is what we were solving for, is 66. That also means this angle is 66. So all they asked you to find was the measure of angle, what X is standing for, and that would be 66.